always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Able to pick up a couple on first down, 2nd and 8 from their own 27. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And his throw is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Arizona State's offense will take the field for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary, and there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after.
I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're at a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
They boot it away on 4th down. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, going up top. He'll pull it down. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Groupers with the 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Groupers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They feed him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Groupers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play to throw. It's Levitt. That's caught. It's Moss. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Pulls it in. It's Udo. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the move. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Running back searching for a hole. Slithers into space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air, it's Levitt. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Tyson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, you start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, a lot of space. They finally get to
Obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Unloads quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
The groupers send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Motion from the back. Give to Brown.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. It's a seam wide open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. No Cam Scatterboo this season. Guys, he was the definition of all-purpose workhorse back a year ago. He put Arizona State in the national spotlight. David, how do you replace a guy who was not only so productive, but was really the heart and soul of the team's identity?
Well, you know what's nice, Reese? It's nice to have a quarterback that's a...
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Georgia Southern. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Really nice penetration by this defense. Getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the groupers will punt this one away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground, and it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The groupers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Trying play action. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Brown has it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moss. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And the Sun Devils will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll try the run. Oh, better look out. There he goes. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the groupers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The groupers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Sun Devils surpassed all expectations last year. Kenny Dillingham in his second year winning the league with the team that was picked to finish last, guys.
And in the playoffs, more than represented themselves well. They had the bye, but they fought Texas tooth and nail. Could have won that football game, and Jesse, a superstar at the quarterback position.
They got a really good one coming back. No Cam Scattaboo this year, though, so they're going to have to find ways to be able to run the football effectively. That was a big part of their success a year ago.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Fights off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. And the Sun Devils have this offense rolling. Give to the back. Made a defender miss. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Groupers will punt it away on 4th down. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running into the open space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Fires to the tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, it's a reverse. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's loose. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
One of the things I love about reverse plays is you take advantage of the defense's fast flow. When they saw the ball going one way, everybody started running that, and all of a sudden they flip it to the receiver on the reverse going back the other way. He's got way too much speed for anybody to catch up. It's a really good play call and good timing on that play call as well.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here comes the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Groupers will send out the punt unit. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they put it in play. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to keep the drive alive. Gets it inside the 10. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Arizona State! Once he got some room, it was over.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They go to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Gets it out quickly. Runs through a tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. That's caught. It's Hamilton. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. From the gun to give, looking for room. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And the Sun Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the big fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Out of the gun to give to the back. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Looking to pass, it's Sims. Makes the grab. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 4th down attempts. They'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Moss. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Headed to the end zone.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Now on 2nd down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.